Hi everyone! Today we're going to be looking at what you can expect during these retrogrades. I hope everybody's doing okay, especially since so many planets are in retrograde. We have 6 planets in retrograde right now. And I was going to do a video that was just about Venus in retrograde, but there's so much stuff going on that I'm like, that's not even going to be the tip of the iceberg. So I'm going to do it by sign. We're going to break it down by sign. We're going to try to see what we can expect and some advice to kind of get us through or help us confirm some intuition that we have, that sort of thing. So like always, I'm going to use these cards. That's the Norman deck, my tarot, and I have these two that I made. And we're going to pull one from each of those to kind of get a better idea about what's going on. And then I'm going to be using the Badass Tarot. And because I got a theme going on here today. We've got zebra striped. I'm wearing my zebra striped bracelet. So I was like, well, let's just match everything. We got the zebra. Zebra all across the board. So I was like, let me make this a little bit fun in any way that I can. But let's go ahead and get started with Aries. And I'm going to be wearing your sign bracelets for each one too. So Aries, first I'm going to pull one of these cards. And these are just little advice, quotes, things like that. Spooky season's coming up and I'm freaking excited. I mean, to me, it already is spooky season. Spooky season starts in September. I mean, let's just be real, late August. See what advice quote you need for this retrograde, Aries. And we got, it's your story. Feel free to hit them with a plot twist at any moment. Well, if that isn't retrograde energy, I don't know what is, to be honest with you. So let's get these cards, and this is just kind of romance cards. Now, like I said, Venus is in retrograde, so this could be pertaining to that more. But let's see. Oh, I got too many come out. Too many come out again. There we go. Soul family. You have some stuff going on with your soul family right now. You might have to pay attention to what you say to people, what people say to you. Maybe not to take things so personally, or figure out how you're coming across to people, because we are in Mercury retrograde. So that is really standing out to me right now with this card, is that communication might be a little bit off for you guys. I think more so communication will be affected. I mean, we're coming out of that Venus in retrograde. I think that ends on the 3rd. But we will still feel the effects after that. But it seems to me that that's not so much having that's not so much the huge issue with you guys as it is communication with the people that are close to you. So yeah, we've got Wheel of Fortune. There is some karmic stuff going on. It seems to me like timing is off. Like somebody said something at the wrong time. Somebody did something at the wrong time. There could have been something that was said or done that got you back ensnared into a karmic cycle with someone. And remember, this could be romantic, but we can get into those kind of cycles with friends, family, anybody. We can get into, especially when we got soul family here, we can get into these cycles with people. And maybe you're thinking about starting something up with somebody you have already ended things with, whether that be romantic or a friend or whoever, you know. But I think you might need to take some time to... Yeah, now my phone is going off. I forgot to put it on silent, so you might be getting a message from somebody trying to ensnare you back into something with them. You could have set a boundary with somebody and they're trying to push it. Let me put my phone on silent. There we go. So be mindful of that. I'm getting wrong place, wrong time energy off of that really heavy. Let's see. All that talking, I do think there is somebody. You have multiple things going on. And of course, this is a collective reading, so some of you guys could be dealing with, like, say, an ex or somebody that you kind of not necessarily had a relationship with, but y'all were kind of in that talking stage and you decided to cut things off, and now they're popping back in your DMs and wanting you to take a risk with them. Yeah. There is a potential person that is wanting you to take a risk with them romantically. And then you've also got a family or close friend that is pushing boundaries with you. So you got two things going on. And I think this person here, the communication is going to come in, and I think you're going to actually be kind of amused that they're even trying to talk to you. And then this person here is going to come in, and you might end up having some words, because I'm getting, you know, you got to watch what you say. They need to watch what they say. Like, pick your battles with this person. Okay. Yeah, this confirms exactly what I just said. You've got home family issues going on. You've got somebody that's going to try to come in and impress you. They've maybe been posting things on social media, trying to show off what they got, all that kind of stuff. Offering to take you out, like, I'll pay, blah, blah, blah. You know. And then we've got this, and I don't know, I'm going to try to see. Can you read that? What did I say? Somebody's going to pop up in your DMs and look at this card. Somebody might be coming in with an apology, but the message here says ex-asshole, and it says, hey, baby. So, yeah, you've got somebody trying to come in and impress you, show off. Maybe an apology's coming in, but I want to see what's going on in this family dynamic. More than likely here, with the Four of Wands in reverse and this house card, this could be somebody that you actually live with. Now, that's not going to be for everybody, like if you live alone or whatever, but for the majority of you guys, I think you're going to be having conflict with somebody that you actually live with. Yeah, there's going to be some words. You're going to have some kind of disagreement with this person. I think that now this could be vice versa, but I'm going to say it from your perspective. They could be saying this about you. But I think that you think that this person isn't putting in enough effort. Maybe they are not pulling their weight. And you think that is intentional. They're doing that on purpose out of maybe spite or just laziness. I don't know. But you are heartbroken about this. You think they're lazy and they think you're reckless. They think you're on a high horse, that you're doing too much. Now remember, this can be flipped, but this is how I'm reading it. That you're on a high horse, you're reckless, you only care about yourself. You don't care about other people's feelings. You only focus on what you do, don't see what other people's doing. This is what this is what potentially this could be said. This communication, this retrograde communication could be completely word vomit onto this stuff. Just a heads up on what this person might say to you. But I'm going to go back to this. What's this person doing? They're wanting to start over. They're like, bring that reckless energy over here. But they are, oh my gosh. It's like, here is a traditional vacation, like supposed to be like a good family scene, you know, but in the back we've got this bomb. And it's like this person presents good on the outside, but they've got something going on the inside that is just toxic. And they could come at you saying they've resolved that. Now, here, let me cover this one up. Some of these are kind of inappropriate, but they're going to say something. They're coming out of hiding. This could have been a while since you've actually heard from this person, but they're going to try to defend themselves. I don't think they're going to try to apologize, but I don't think that they're truly sorry for what they did, because this here tells me that they are defending themselves. Like, they might say one thing, but they're really like, yeah, in my mind, I'm justified for what I did, what I said, all that stuff. So be wary of that. And actually, I'm going to pull one for here and one for there too of these cards. You've got somebody coming in with communication that's going to be all flowery, but it's not going to mean anything. And then you got somebody else coming in with harsh communication, but it's coming from an actual place of hurt. Yeah, and I don't usually read these in the reverse, but I think I need to. This one here says structures, solid foundations, and I think that is what's going to be tested here during this. I called it something the other day. Retrograde Mageddon or something. I don't know, something like that. I said something stupid, but called it something stupid. But during this, that's what's going to be tested for you. That does, like, we got action, courage, Jupiter, beginnings. And this is talking about the fact that you need to worry about your new beginnings in yourself, to build these solid foundations in yourself, to not deal with the outside like other people trying to do these things for you. Jupiter is here, which I believe Jupiter is actually in retrograde too. So you might actually be feeling impulsive right now. And it's like, let's pump the brakes a second until we get Jupiter out of retrograde. Which I'm the kind of person, like, I don't think that you have to put your life on hold when planets are in retrograde. Like Mercury in retrograde, people won't even answer their phones. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't believe that. But using caution is never a bad thing. Like, don't put your life on hold, but exercising caution is never a bad thing when it comes to that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have contracts, career, and commitments, and memories and nostalgia. This person and this person both could be trying to use nostalgia and memories against you to try to manipulate you. I'm just throwing that out there. That's what I'm getting. But you need to take a closer look at your commitments, your contracts, and your careers right now. But don't maybe take full action until you know exactly what you want. And you've actually had the time to do it. Don't impulsively do things when it pertains to this. And let's see. You know what I want to do? We're going to get a hidden truth for this person because I want to see what the potential message they could come in trying to BS you on. I know that's probably petty, but it's just so funny to me because that happens to everybody. I want to be more than friends. Alright. And they want you. This is somebody you actually could have friend-zoned. If you believe like that's even a real thing. We're not going to get into that, but... yeah, they're going to be saying that they lost themselves for a little while. And the timing wasn't right. And see, that's exactly what I was talking about. It's like timing is weird. Like, wrong place, wrong time. You know what else I'm going to do? We're going to get these yes or no questions. So, you have a yes or no question on your mind. I think I'm going to do this for everybody. I think this is what? What's going to be part of this reading. Because I never pull these cards because I don't really like the card stock on them. But I wanted to pull them, so that means something. Well, this could be one for one situation, one for another. You'll know. But we've got depends on the day and definitely not no. So, hopefully you'll know what that means. Alright. And I am going to get you guys some dice. And I think to keep time a little bit better, since I am doing all signs, I might just get the sign of the person, and we'll get these 3 dice. Alright. So you got Cancer, Pisces, a lot of water, Libra, Gemini, and Sagittarius. Okay, you got 12, 10, and 5. And I think this reduces to a 3 and this is a 1. So take that however you want. Those numbers might be significant to you. Dates, places, literally anything. Numbers you could be seeing. So Aries, that was your retrograde reading. I'm trying to keep these sort of brief. Maybe I'm thinking about making another one that's like a pick a card. So you might come back for that one. I don't know exactly what topic I'm gonna kind of hone in on that. But if you're wanting more information, you can check that out. Or check your other placements. You know, a lot of times people come to these readings and you're just looking at your sun sign, and I think that there's a lot, especially like if you're looking at love stuff and you go to an all signs reading, you really should be checking your Venus sign and your moon sign. It depends on what you're looking for. You know what I mean? Like what placement, like check the planets, what signs are in what planets and what you're inquiring about best suits that planet or that house, whatever planet and sign is in a specific house. That's my advice for anybody when it comes to general all sign readings. So that's just something to keep in mind since these are going to be kind of short. But I hope everything works out for you. And make sure you check your other placements. And if you like the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Taurus. So I hope retrograde has been okay for you. It's pretty wild how many planets are in retrograde right now. I'm like, oh my gosh. But anyway, we're going to be checking out we're going to be checking the overall energy with the Tarot. Lenormand, like always. Badass Tarot today. And I think I already did this before I started, but oh well. And the stuff I made. We're doing dice and a yes or no question too, but I'm kind of going with whatever comes out. I think I do the best with that. So whatever I feel like getting, according to the reading, that's what I want to get. I think that's just kind of how I read. But, okay, let's see. Let's get the advice quote for you. So we can start off kind of on a positive note. And you have growth means choosing happiness over history. I'm telling you. That is something hard to learn. Because when things are comfortable, when people convince you that you owe them something, it's very hard to break out of that dynamic. And it's just sad and sometimes heartbreaking that sometimes you just outgrow people. And that's just life. And you don't really owe anyone anything. They owe themselves that. Because I'm just hearing in my head everything that we've been through, all that we've done. And this is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to act, like a guilt trip. That's what I'm getting. Somebody is going to try to guilt trip you over history, over the past you guys have. And this could be a break of trust. Trust could be involved here. I'm getting another one. You might be finding out something. Well, I had two more when it come out. And it says true love and love yourself. And that's what I said. Sometimes you just outgrow people. I feel like you're realizing that you're outgrowing people. You're outgrowing situations and places and even jobs. I'm getting for some of you guys, like you're outgrowing a position. Maybe you're wanting to move up in the company, or, you know, go out into a higher position. But it seems to me like you are focused on self-love, self-improvement, growth, and whoever this other person is that we're talking about isn't on the same page with you on that. They like how things are and they want to stay the same. And you're ready to move up, change some things, upgrade. And this person's wanting to keep you in comfort in where you guys are at the flat line. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we have strength. That's Leo energy too, by the way. But your strength is being tested. Your trust is being tested. You're figuring out what it is that you truly love. Who it is that you truly love, and you love yourself. Because I'm kind of getting that too. It's like, right now, it might be better for me to be my own true love right now. You know what I mean? Like, I need to love myself right now. That's kind of what I'm getting. I need to do what's best for me. And you've got somebody else trying to guilt trip you. They could be doing some sneaky stuff. Things could be going on behind your back. We've got here more strength. All right. You're awaiting something. It seems to me that you have something here that you're working towards, you're going towards, you're on your way to something. You're wanting to level up. And this person's going to pull every trick in the book that they can to get you to not do that. It's almost like you feel weak here. And that's why the strength is coming up so much. Because you feel weak in the position that you are right now. You feel weak emotionally and maybe even physically, but mentally, spiritually, you feel like you can expand so much more than you're kind of like, I just see like a little sprout trying to come up out of the ground and somebody just going and trying to push it back down into the ground. Like, no, you're a seed. You're not a plant. You're a seed. Get back down into that ground, and somebody just like pushing it back down in there. But I think you have help. I think you are going to be, once you start rolling, once you start get going here, you've got somebody here that's waiting, actually waiting, and is willing to help you. All right, let's see. Let's get into the tarot. There's a lot going on. They want you to know that there is support. There is somebody here that wants you to do better. You're really looking out at possibilities. You're looking out on that road, and you're like, this is a long road. There's a lot of ups and downs, but you're like, it's a path worth taking. Because what is that? The world. Every time I go to make this point, that, you know, what you're looking out at, because the regular Rider-Waite of this is a guy, and he actually is holding the world in his hand. And it's like, You have the world in your hands. Like, the world is your oyster. And then that Aladdin song, A Whole New World, always pops into my head. And that, once again, has popped into my head. But that's almost like what it is. It's like going on this magic carpet ride and figuring out that there is more out there. What is that song? And it says something like a more fantastic point of view. Like, you have changed your views. Your point of view has changed. And this is going back to work. I feel like there are some people, there are some co-workers that you might have. And see, this could be work stuff. This can be anything, especially within a general reading. This could be anything, really. But for a lot of you guys, I think this might be a work situation. To where somebody isn't wanting you to level up. They're not wanting you to go after that position. They're not wanting you to do better. You've got some judgy Judies back here. And you're over here with the... This lady's dress is clouds in the sky. And it reminds me of this card here. And you got 2 3s now. If this isn't a work thing, somebody sees you. They see the potential in you. They see the growth that you have made. And this person wants to give you recognition for that. And I think this is this person here that we're talking about. This person you're kind of going over the rainbow to. But to get there, it looks like you're going to have to end some cycles with either a person or some kind of situation. Maybe you don't tell your coworkers what you're doing. Maybe you keep them at arm's length. That could be what this is. Like, hey, you want to get a drink after work? No, I'm good. I'm going home. You guys, I don't need to give you guys more than what you already have to try to use against me. That's what this feels like. Yeah, moving on. This card in particular, now the Six of Swords usually isn't this way for me, but this card in particular shows me somebody that tries to put on a nice face, a mask to try to look better than what they actually are, when they're really toxic and you're trying to move away from that energy, this two-faced energy. It's like putting up a front. Come on now. Because shit is not fair. You're pulling more of the weight. And you want reciprocity. That's what this card right here tells me. You're daydreaming about it. You're daydreaming about an equal give and take. You're daydreaming, sitting on this cliff. This card really reminds me of the Fool card with him on that cliff. But you're daydreaming, thinking about this, and what you're thinking about is somebody or some situation that's going to give to you as much as you're going to give to them. And then he's kind of looking out, and there's like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a UFO right there. And it kind of seems like impossible. Like, this is just fantasy world, you know what I mean? You'd be surprised how many fantasies become reality, though. One minute you're sitting there daydreaming, the next minute you're living it. Yeah. You're walking away from unbalanced things. And you're going towards, let's see what this says. You're going towards your goals, your ambitions, your plans, and your dreams. You're dumping everything else in the... I know that this is depicting that being in there, in the garbage. But you're dumping everything that isn't going to serve you, to serve that. You're dumping that in the garbage. Because I think somebody has made you throw these things away up until now. And that's what this walking away is about. Alright. Seems to me like you might have to cut some people off, put some people at arm's length. And that's hard. I'm not going to sit here and downplay that that isn't hard, because it most definitely is. It is really one of the hardest things that you can do when you care about somebody. But there's a point of time when enough's got to be enough, you know? Somebody's holding you back. It's either stay there or go. I mean, there's no... You have to make sure that you're open to receive, and you've got decisions to make. Because like I was saying, there was that road and it was like a straight, but it was up and down. And this one's curved. So to get on that road, you're going to have to make a decision. That's what those cards are telling me. You got to make a decision, and then you're going to go on that road, and that road's bumpy. That path is bumpy. It's not going to be easy, but you got to make the decision to actually, you know, hop. What was that, a motorcycle? Hold on. I got to find it. Yeah. To hop on that motorcycle and go down one of these roads. Let me take Sam. Or you're just going to be standing up here on that cliff. Just like this. I should have just left these cards out. I'm going to keep referencing them. Sitting up there on that cliff. Daydreaming. That's where you're going to stay until you get down and pick a direction. Where are you going? This path puts you on this decision puts you on the path to, I think, start something, a new soul tie. What is that? Start a new soul contract. That's what I meant to say. This decision puts you to starting a new soul contract that you're supposed to be on. You're supposed to do. It's time now. All right. Go ahead and think of a yes or no question. And we'll go ahead and get you an answer here. I wasn't originally going to do this, but I got drawn to them, and I never get drawn to these cards because I hate the card stock. So if I get drawn to these cards, there's a reason. So let's go ahead and see what yes or no question is on your mind. And get the answer. Okay. Okay, this is what it is here. I'm like, what does this mean? What did you say? What does that mean? That's what I was sitting here thinking. All right. You think that whatever you're trying to do is not conceivable, but it is. And that's why this card came out and said, what did you say? Because that's the energy you're coming in with. Like, that's a pipe dream. Like, that's not... Like, I'm looking at UFOs right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, that card. You're sitting there looking at UFOs like, this is just a fantasy. This is a dream, whatever. This ain't nothing. I just sit back when I'm stressed and think about this, you know? It can happen. even though you don't think so. All right. Now I'm getting the dice, and I'm only getting, because I'm trying to save some time since I am doing every sign right now. So we'll get your numbers first. For some reason I'm feeling like your numbers first. 12, 11, 20. So this, I think, breaks down to a 2, 2, and 3. So you can take it as whole numbers or break it down and to do your numerology thing. Those could be significant to you. They could be life paths, dates, places, numbers you're seeing, whatever. And now we're going to see what signs you could be dealing with. Okay, we have Capricorn, Pisces, Taurus, Leo, Capricorn again, Aquarius. I'm going to do one more because I've lost track of what that was. I get repeats and I lose track. And Sagittarius. Okay. So Taurus, that was your reading. I hope this helped you and gave you some clarity. I hope everything goes good for you during this retrograde. Just hang in there. Everything will be okay. Don't let it hold you back too much. I'm always scared about people not doing what they need to do because of it. You know what I'm like? That's an issue, I think. Caution is never a bad thing. But if you're not answering your phone because Mercury's in retrograde, I think that's ridiculous. But anyway, you'll know what to do. Listen to your intuition, period. That's all I'm telling you on that. Don't be impulsive and listen to your intuition. Just like I told Aries, told them the same thing. And make sure, because these readings here are a little bit shorter. So make sure you check your other placements, not just your sun sign. A lot of times I tell people, if you're looking for love, like the love topic, you check your Venus and your moon sign. Or check your chart, like your placements, with what's in what house and all that. You know what I mean? Like, because there's only so much we can do in general readings. So checking those other signs is actually very helpful. But anyway, go ahead and check your other placements. And if you like the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. But thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi Gemini, we're going to be taking a look at what to expect during retrograde. We're going to get some advice. That's mainly what I'm focused on, is what to, like a heads up and advice on what we need to do. And sorry, forgot to take that down. Alright. And we're just keeping these brief, but make sure you check your other placements. It's really important, especially in all sign general readings, to check your other placements. Like if you're looking for love, check Venus and Moon, or check your houses, that kind of thing, to give you a better understanding of what's going on. But let's get your little advice quote. Okay, we don't need 20. Alright, I'm taking all these 3 came out. And I'm taking all of them. Alright, first we have, you didn't go through all that for nothing. We get in that too, don't we? Like, as people. Like, I went through all that for nothing. I have nothing to show for any of this. I've said that. I'm going to tell you, I've said that. And that's not true. Self-care is how you take your power back. Remember that. If anything, what did you learn from it? That's what life is really about. We can't take any of this stuff with us. When we're gone, everything that we have material-wise is gone with us. I mean, it's gone without us. It's not with us anymore. What we take with us into the next time is what we've learned and the bonds that we've made with people. I think you're coming more to that realization during this retrograde. Good luck, because that's a big one. Be honest about what you want, what you need, what you feel, and who you are. Bam. Ooh, I love this. I just got the chills because a lot of you guys, I understand exactly where you're at. And it's very hard, but it's very awesome at the same time. Because once you realize this stuff, it's a brand new version of eye-opening. All right, and I've got these. We're going to see like what could be going on. But you guys are taking your power back, and I love to see it. You got somebody new coming in. Once you do all this, I think you got somebody new coming in. This is putting you on a path. This whole realization, this whole new eye-opening is putting you on a path for new stuff to come in. And that's awesome to see too. Those are getting a pretty good rating. I wasn't expecting that. You guys are getting more cards than everybody. The cards are really wanting to talk to you. Caught up in karmic. Things might seem like they're at a standstill right now. The wheel ain't moving. You're trying to start new cycles, but you're stuck up in old ones. That's a lot of that. This and this, to me, goes hand in hand. You have to realize this to put this back up right and get going again. It's not awesome when you're going through it, but once you get through it, it is. No, I'm just going to tell you that. And that's so annoying when people say that. You know, I know that it's annoying when people sit there and they tell you, you know, it's bad now, but it'll be better. And it might seem bad now, but it gets bad. Like, sometimes that can get annoying. But sometimes it's right, too. I think that there is a lot hidden. I think there's a lot of things that you have not realized up until this point. Secrets might actually be coming out. You're getting to know the people around you for who they really are. People are actually, I think, starting to come out of the woodwork too. Meaning people that you haven't heard from in a while, you might hear from them. We're going to put that Wheel of Fortune right there. Oh. I forgot one more man. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one really wanted to hop out. Timing. You feel like stuff is stuck. You're like, let's get, because you're ready for some passion. You're ready for some new beginnings here. You feel like you're just stuck. You're getting tired of this divine timing. You know that stuff is, divine timing is at play, and you're starting to get kind of restless and tired of it. You're like, where's my new passionate beginning? Where is it? Because I'm not seeing it. But it's here. You're expecting it. And I think it's expecting you. Side message. There's going to be somebody here that's going to pull every trick in the book to keep you from coming to this realization. To keep you from moving this wheel. they are going to try everything that they can to stop that. That's part of retrograde too. That stuff happens during retrograde, and I think that for the majority of you guys, that is going to be an issue that you're going to have to deal with. So keep an eye out for that. Figure out who has your best interest at heart. And who's just sticking around because they think they need to, because they want something, because you've got, your new beginning is here. This new thing is just around the corner. But you've got somebody trying to hold all this up. And they're going to pull out every trick they have. They're going to try to guilt trip. They're going to try to use maybe financial, money-wise, what they have. And maybe that's why that came to me so much. Like, in the beginning when I was talking about the things that we have, we cannot take it with us. But I think this person is going to try to use material things to keep you under their control. Let's get the tarot. And I'm just throwing this out too because we have these two cards together. I think there is somebody in your orbit that you are extremely attracted to on an intimacy level. And I think there's a reason why you are. You might be thinking, why do I like this person so much? Like, you might see this person like out and about. Maybe they work somewhere you go into and you're like, they look good. There's a reason they look good to you. I'm just throwing that out there. For some of you, that's significant. See? Somebody is trying to hinder this new beginning. They're trying to get you into a... Oh my God. You've got somebody here that is riling you up to keep you stuck with them. Because once you start thinking clearly, once you start seeing clearly, and you start trying to make those decisions for yourself, they get you all riled up, and then so you can't think clear enough to do what you need to do. Oh my God. That might not be for everybody, but for somebody out there, be careful of these kind of mind games. Somebody is riling you up so they can get what they want out of you. To keep you stuck. Uh-huh. Oh, they're saying all sorts of stuff. Doing all sorts of stuff. Like this person that I told you. There's somebody here that is going to use every trick in the book that they have to keep you in their orbit. And this could be romantic. This could be friends. This could be any situation. Family, whatever. For the majority of you guys, it might be romantic. I'm seeing romantic here with the new romance. But this could be something totally different. This could be somebody not wanting you to get into a relationship because then you won't have enough time for them. But you're getting into it anyway. You're like, I'm going to go where I need to go. I'm going to be with who I need to be with. I don't know what you're doing. Go find something else to do. Because there's somebody here that you like. And this feels like it's mutual. You got somebody over here, like, this person ain't, like, they don't want you to be with them. Okay, this is going to be very specific, but some of you guys have a friend that don't want you getting into any relationships because they're jealous. Man, I hate that. I hate that that message is even coming out. I hate that. I thought we left that back in, what, junior high? They're going to try to downplay this person and pick out every flaw this person has. No, this isn't for everybody. So if this is not something you're dealing with, then, or will think you're going to deal with, I don't know. Just take what you can. Don't pay attention to everything else. But anyway, you've got a friend here or a family member, somebody in your orbit that is going to try to pick apart this new person and pick apart this new relationship you're trying to get off the ground because they're jealous or they're mad at something. They're upset about something. Maybe they like them. Who knows? Hold on, I want to get one more. I know I took the cards off the board, but I just feel like... Alright, we can't... I can't show that card at all. Yeah. I'm getting another one because... Right here. I don't want to put stickers on these cards because I actually like them a lot. How can I say this without saying a very inappropriate saying? Somebody is trying to compete with you. The saying that's coming to my mind is they're trying to measure their They're trying to have a measuring contest. That's what's coming. That's what's coming to my mind. So take that. But you're like, I'm Zen, so F off. You don't care. You do not care about this person and the measuring contest they're trying to have with you. Oh, you got a new car? Great. What's that got to do with, like, why are you trying to make me jealous over that? It's that kind of stuff. Like, oh, well, you might have this new, like, boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. Like, this person might think you're cute, but I just did this or that. That's the energy I'm getting. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Immature. If you're dealing with that, I'm sorry that you're having to go through that kind of stuff. That is... If you're not dealing with it, maybe check another placement or something. But that's getting pretty... I try not to get too specific, but that's getting pretty specific. And... Man. Anyway. I hate that. Let's go ahead and move on before I get too riled up about that. Think about a yes or no question and we'll get you an answer. You got certainly. So, it's so funny because you got a whole bunch of extra cards in the beginning where nobody else got it, like with these. But it's like people got, the other groups got two 2 or 3 of these cards, and one only came out for you guys. So, I mean, pretty clear here. I want to grab a couple of these. Just now I was thinking about it. I was going to get straight into dice, but I want to grab a couple of these. Winter rebirth. So you guys could be going through a major change this winter. Healing the inner child. You guys have a bunch of healing coming in. Like I said, there's a new beginning. There's a rebirth happening here. And people that aren't ready for that are going to try everything they can to keep you from getting there. And that's just the sad truth about it, to be honest. Alright, let's see what signs you can be dealing with. Okay, we got Taurus, and we got fixed energy with this Wheel of Fortune, and we got Pisces with the Moon card. The fixed signs are Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. I forgot to say that. Who do we got now? Gemini, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Cancer. Alright, get your numbers. We have 12, 9, and 2. And this breaks down to a 3. So those could be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places, mean something to you. But Gemini, I am going to go ahead and read these again because I just got the feeling to do so for you guys. And it says, you didn't go through all that for nothing. Self-care is how you take your power back, and be honest about what you want, what you need, what you feel, and who you are. I felt like reading those again. But I hope this helped you and gave you some clarity. If it did, please like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you check your other placements to get like a better picture of what's going on, especially if not all of this resonated with you. Hang in there, because I feel like you guys are on the verge of a breakthrough here. Just get through it. Just get through this retrograde. That's what I'm telling everybody, you know. We can get through it. But I hope everything works out for you. I think it will. It feels like it is. You're about to step into some power. But thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Cancer. We're going to be taking a look at what you can expect during this retrograde, these whole 6 planets, and some advice. We're more so looking at advice. I'm going to keep these kind of brief, but make sure you check your other placements. But let's start out with these little advice quotes. Start things on a positive here. Well, this one wanted to stay out. It said he or she, I'm just writing it the way it was written in the little picture thing. Was your lesson, not your forever. Because these are just little random quotes I plucked from the internet. So that's how that was written. But remember, it could be anybody. Seems like Venus might be hitting you guys from... Venus in retrograde might be hitting you guys from what this is saying. But we'll see. I don't want to speak too soon on that. And you deserve someone who thinks you're too important to lose. Yeah. You've definitely got somebody here that is not appreciating you, not seeing your value. Let's get one of these so you get a little bit more what to expect. Man, I'm going to have to read this like what it is, because somebody has to hear this message. This might not be for everybody. This is what is hard about collective readings. A lot of you guys have gone, and my voice now is acting up. Some of you guys have gone through a separation. Now, whether that is a separation with a person, I feel like it's with a romantic partner, or you have separated from somebody and they might be trying to come back around. That's a retrograde thing. You could have left a job, a friendship, distance yourself from somebody or some situation. Now, those could all be possibilities, but I've got to read it like this, so it does look like this specific group of Cancers that I'm reading for have gone through some kind of separation. So if that doesn't pertain to you, there might actually still be a message here for you. So I'd stick around a little bit longer, but if it ends up not really resonating, check a different placement. I'm keeping these kind of brief anyway. So let's see. You've been doing some reflecting about it. This is Virgo, by the way. You've been doing a lot of reflecting about this. You have withdrawn and separated yourself from this whole situation, from this person, whatever this is. You are in, quite frankly, hermit mode. You're deciding who deserves your time, who deserves your effort, who is worthy of what you have to offer, because you've got a lot to offer, and if people can't see that, that's on them. There ain't nothing wrong with taking some you time, especially after you've ended the situations. There is nothing wrong with taking some you time to figure things out. You don't have to entertain everybody and everything. Because I do feel like you're getting some offers. You're getting some people maybe, while well-meaning, trying to... It's like when you break up with somebody and then you always have, like you have a separation and then you have like a friend who very well-meaning is trying to get you back out there, trying to get you to go and date somebody else. It's like that saying, you know, people try to say the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody. It's like people saying that to you. And you're like, I need to have some time to think. I need to have some time to breathe. I need to have some time to process my emotions, my feelings. I don't want to get somebody else looped up in all of this. Because you do, it does feel like you have somebody that was doing some sneaky stuff, and this could be that person. This could be a friend, and this could be the other person that you separated from. Now, these could be the same people. Let me see. You've got somebody here that is trying to come back around after you've separated from them. You ended things and they're trying to... Oh my gosh, this is the most retrograde reading. I swear. As soon as you end something with this person, then they realize what they had, and then they try to come back around. Gosh. They're going to be trying to invite you out, by the way. And this is a separate side thing, but you've got one of you guys has somebody here that is it runs in your friend group, and you have ended your relationship, and they're hoping that you'll start something up with them. That's a side thing here. But for the majority of you guys, this is somebody you've already been with. Maybe that's why they're saying that stuff, like, best way to get over somebody because they're trying to get you because they're trying to get you to get under them. I'm sorry. That stuff makes me so awkward, and then when I get awkward I laugh. I'm not laughing at your situation. I'm laughing because it's awkward. I don't want anybody to get mad at me. But aside from them, that side note, this person is trying control tactics with you. When they're trying to come back around, when they're trying to invite you out, they're putting on a good face. It's that whole I've changed thing. Oh, you complained because you always had to pay for the dates. Well, let me pay for this one. Like, come to dinner with me, I'll pay. Thinking that's going to do something. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm getting. And it's all part of control. But you're trying to avoid this situation altogether. You're kind of in that stalemate. See, that's that Hermit right there. And also, this card reminds me of the Two of Swords, which is kind of, for me personally as a reader, Two of Swords is kind of pre-Hermit, because the Two of Swords is a little bit more of a guard, withdrawing yourself as a guard, and the Hermit card is more withdrawing yourself for enlightenment. So you might start out withdrawing yourself from this whole situation to put your guard up and protect yourself and just put a whole blinder on. But then you're moving into a space of withdrawing to get clarity, to take the blinder off and see things for what it really was. Release, surrender, and purge. Yep. I don't think you're falling. I don't think you're falling for these control tactics, these manipulations, these ploys to get your attention, to get you back. I don't think you're falling for it. Yep. They're going to come in and it might be a little bit reckless in a way. Like, they might just out of impulse text you. And it's just off of impulse. That's kind of what I'm getting here. They're going to impulsively do something towards you. Like, text you, call you, show up at your work. As inappropriate as that may seem. But that's what I'm getting. They're going to show up somewhere. Maybe you're out with your friends and they see you're on doing stuff. Like, this is some weird stuff. Some of you guys. Watch out. But you're going to pay them dust. You're not falling for it. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're going to impulsively try to do something. Like, all they got to do is see me. Once they see me, they're like, I'm going to go get my hair cut. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to look good. All that. And it's not going to work. I'm going to go get me a new outfit. And you're like, Okay. What's that got to do with me? Yeah. Exactly. You're over it. You're done. Look at that picture. Oh, there we go. Picture's torn in two. Come on now. There we go. Picture's torn in two. Frame's broken. And I just got to read this too. This person, they might be trying to come back for a hookup. That might be what's, especially with this Knight of Swords in reverse, and then this picture right here. I'm sorry, but that's just reminding me that this person might be coming back for a hookup. I just got to throw that out there. If that's not what they're saying, that's part of the reason. You're like, no, I'm getting my stuff in balance. I'm not dealing with this. Bye. Here you are. Here you are, Cancer. And you're moving right along. That's awesome. This is awesome to end that reading with your card, your major arcana, and it's bye. See ya. Not today. On to bigger and better things, right? Okay. I want to see what this person's hidden truth, what they might try to come back and say to you. I want to see. Let's see what they might try to message you or something. I wish things could be different. I'm different now. I wish things could be different. Let's make things different. I left you before you could leave me. And you and I were too young. And this could have been a young connection. But you know what I see here? Deflection, deflection, deflection. But at the bottom of the deck, I knew exactly what I was doing. Don't fall for that, because at the end of the day, this person knew exactly what they were doing. And they're true. We both know I am not the one for you, because deep down they know it too. And you sure know it now, I think. All right. Here, let me move these. Go ahead and ask a yes or no question. Absolutely not. So whatever it is you ask, absolutely not. Should I give them a second chance? I don't know if that's what you ask. That's just what popped into my mind. Alright. Are they telling the truth? And remember, you have free will to do what you want to do. So, if you do want to give this person a second chance, if that's what your intuition is telling you, go with that. But I'm just going off a collective energy. What is good for the collective? So, Can't be for everybody. You know it. Always listen to your intuition above everything else. A tarot reading is a tarot reading. Your intuition will tell you what you need to do. Alright, let's see what sign you could be dealing with. Aquarius, Scorpio, Scorpio again, heavy water, Gemini, Gemini again, Cancer, there you are. You could be dealing with another Cancer though. Like I said, heavy water. And this one landed, but I don't know which one, so we're taking Sagittarius and Libra. So let's get your numbers. We've got 8, 10, and 17, and then this is an 8, and then this one's a 1. So that could be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places or numbers you're seeing or whatever, however it is to you. Numbers you might need to look up, maybe. Well, Cancer, that was your reading. I hope it helped you and gave you some clarity. Remember that you are worthy. You're worthy of what you want, what you need, all of that. And don't settle for less. But make sure you check your other placements to get more of an idea of, you know, what's going on in different parts, what's going on in different aspects, all that stuff. But thank you so much for being here. If you like the video, please give a like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And I hope everything works out good for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Leo. Today we're going to be looking at what you can expect in retrograde. We're going to get some advice, all that stuff. Hope you guys had a good birthday. I'm always kind of bummed when Leo season ends because it kind of puts a pep in my step. But, you know, all good things got to come to an end. Eventually, you know. But I also wanted to add that make sure you check your other placements, because I know that we usually in the sign readings we check our sun sign, but make sure you check your other placements, because especially if you're looking at like love stuff, Venus, your Venus sign and your moon sign are really significant in that aspect. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into, these are just little advice quotes. Start off on a positive note. There we go. If it's out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind too. Don't try to force things. If you can't control things, there's no reason for you to sit and beat yourself up over things that are out of your control. And sit and worry, and that hinders us from doing, when we sit and we stew over things that are out of our control, it hinders us from doing things that we need to do that are actually in our control. How we can help ourselves, the things that we can do. When we focus on the things that we can't change, it takes up all of that mental space to focus our energy onto the things that we can change and the things that we need to do. Let's see. Let's get more information. Well, you've got a past life romance coming in, and somebody is looking real good to you. And you know what's so funny is 9 times out of 10, when we bump into these people that are past lives, people that we've had relationships with in past lives, that there is almost an instant physical attraction. And I think that's what you're feeling here, or you're going to be feeling. Well, your fixed energy is holding you back a little bit. And I'm a fixed sign. I have got so much fixed energy in my chart. There are so many fixed signs in my chart. So I get this. I'm not, shit talking or nothing. But we've got here Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo. And then we have Scorpio here. You are really being influenced by all the fixed signs in your chart. And it's keeping you in a place where you're trying to hone in on stuff that you can't change because you don't want to change. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're so dead set on things not changing, things being a certain way, and just being stubborn about it. And it's keeping you from progressing. And this tower's going to come along and kind of, flip the table. That's what I say with the tower, is the tower. People see the tower as so negative, but really it gets us to do what we need to do. Like, sometimes the table does need to be flipped. And why I use that is because when I first started reading, for some reason with the tower, it didn't so much seem like a tower to me. It was like almost like you're sitting there and you're playing Monopoly and you're going around the board and around the board, just like this world card here too is reminding me of. You're going around and around, or any board game. I'm just using Monopoly as an example. And you're just playing and playing and playing. And it's like the game that never ends until somebody just flips the board and it's like, okay, I'm done. This game has lasted for 12 hours. We're done now. That's what this reminds me of. And that's why I use that, the flip the table, because that's what that reminds me of when I first started reading. And that's exactly almost what happens here. You've been playing this game for far too long. And now somebody's coming in to shake things up. But you're still here trying to micromanage little things that might not even really matter in the grand scheme. I mean, it might. That'll depend on your situation, but it's like obsessing over things because you don't want to deal with other things. Obsessing over these little things you can't do anything about because you don't want to do stuff about the stuff that you can change. That's what I'm getting. That's it. Going around and around in the maze. To your own detriment, might I add. That's exactly what that is. Taking too much time. Because even though, with Leos, even though you guys are a fire sign, and with fire sign comes really big passion and impulsiveness. Oh my gosh, I can't say that word. Sorry. But you are a fixed sign. So that's where you guys fall into that weird realm where you're very passionate and very fiery, but you're very grounded and stable. And when you get out of that fire, you almost go too much into the stability where you can be just as grounded as an earth sign because you are a fixed sign. And sometimes being grounded is great. Like, it's amazing, especially when you're the kind of person that needs it. But we also don't need to be stuck. We don't need to put ourselves into the ground. You know what I mean? We need to move and change and do what we need to do because you got somebody here trying to come in and move you and switch things up. I think that there is somebody on the sidelines. This person might not have even talked to you yet. Or they could talk to you, but they haven't expressed how they feel. They're sitting on the sidelines. They're waiting to make you an offer, but they see that they don't think that you're open to it. You don't think you'll receive what they got to offer here. So be mindful of that. Family, home, and commitment. And we've got self-worth and expectations. You think I feel like there is a lot on your shoulders. There could be a reason why you're in this energy is because you do have a lot of responsibility. There are people that could depend heavily on you. And that's the reason why you are acting this way. But you need that renewal and that spark. You're craving it. And then we have here ego, vanity, and pride. And ego could be holding you back to not make these changes. And pride. And I mean, you know, pride is across the board thing. Everybody has it. Every sign has it, but that's one of your guys' stereotypes. And I don't think, because we're affected more than by our sun signs. There's some of the most humble people that I've ever met have actually been Leos. Some of the most generous, humble people. But that is one of your stereotypes. And it depends on who you are and how you grow. You know what I mean? So that's something that you could have to be mindful of right now. That your pride and your ego could be a detriment to you. And we have Jupiter, which is also in retrograde. So I suggest checking your Jupiter sign and seeing what that has to say. Because this one says action, courage, and new beginnings. And you've got new beginnings coming here, but you're going to have the courage to do it. And that reminds me of the Strength card, which is actually your major arcana. So you're showing up heavy here. If I'm allowed to show this. Somebody might get upset over this card. Let's see. That's all. I love these cards, but they have some wild depictions. So let's just stick that right there. Put that little fossil right there. All right, because he's doing something. Yeah. I think that you guys, when the Magician card comes out, it always reminds me to tell people that they do need to work on manifestation. If you don't exactly know how or what to do, there's tons of information out there. We just had that super blue moon. So this is a good time to start thinking about that kind of stuff. But that aside, you have what you need to do the things that you want to do. You might not realize it to the capacity that it is, though. I think you do have that where I got what I need. I got, I can do what I want. I got what I need. It's more than that. It's like, yeah, you might have it, but you've got to put what you have to use too. And that goes back to this. You have what you need. You need to put it to use. Instead of focusing on the things that you don't have that you can't use, that you can't do nothing about. I feel like a broken record right now, but this keeps on looping back, that it needs to be said. You need to do what you need to do. And I'm not trying to make you mad, but I just heard that you can't make any more excuses about it. And you'll know if you're making excuses or not. You know what I mean? Like, this is... I can only say what I'm given, so... I'm not trying to upset anybody. I'm just trying to say what it... Okay, and here we go. I definitely can't show that card. There's the Strength card. Man, I love when signs majors come out in their reading. You have the Strength, and I'm just seeing mountains and mountains, and there are mountains to get over, but you can do it. You might have been having a little bit of a attitude about some of this stuff, and I think you kind of let go of that. I mean, and I'm not the kind of person, I'm just not the kind of person that's like, you can't get mad, you can't get upset, you can't have an attitude about stuff. We're human. We're going to have emotional reactions to things that we go through, period. Like, we can control what we do, but we really have not very much control over how we feel. We can control our responses to those feelings, but we're going to feel what we feel. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not somebody that's like, no, you can't feel upset. You can't feel sad. You gotta be zen 100% of the time. That's not a thing. Unless I guess you're a monk, but even then I question it. We are human. We have feelings, period. And it's not bad. You just got to go through it. You got to feel it. You got to feel those emotions. And get through it. It's what you do with it. You've got some old stuff coming up too. Old feelings, old situations are kind of poking at you right now, causing you to feel a certain way. You've been restless. You feel like you can't get any rest. Because like I said before, I think that you have too much on your plate. And you can get some of this stuff off your plate, but you got to do it. You're tired. Let go of this stuff that you can't do. So you can have the energy to change what you need to. I'm pulling off the bottom of the deck for you guys because you got new stuff coming in. You've got adventure coming in and healing and power. And it's just, what is that? Hold on, let me see. It is candy corn. I was like, what is that? Is that? I didn't know if it was corn or candy corn, but it is candy corn. Now, I know people have opinions about candy corn. I don't really care. I like them with peanuts. Now, if you throw some peanuts and candy corn together, I think that's good. But other than that, I could take it or leave it. Anyway, enough of that tangent. Halloween. A lot of this stuff could be coming to a head around Halloween time. That's why that stood out to me. You need to focus on yourself a little bit more. Heal yourself. Do what you want to do. Have some fun. Do what you can and let other people take care of their own situations. Worry about you. Let other people sort their own things out. All right. Oops. You're tired and you need to rest, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need it. Because you're going to have to end up dealing with some things that you actually need to deal with, and you're going to need your rest to deal with those things. So these other people that are putting way too much on you, they're going to have to figure their own stuff out. All right, now go ahead and think about a yes or no question, and we're going to get you an answer. Okay, we had probably not come out. So, like I always say with these yes or no, this is just to confirm intuition. If your intuition isn't saying this, then it's probably not for you. But it's to confirm what your intuition's telling you. It's what tarot readings are in general, really. Okay. Now we're going to get your numbers and your signs. All right, let's see what signs you could be dealing with. Aries, Taurus, Scorpio. Like I said, heavy fixed energy. Aries again. Capricorn. And Cancer. All right. Let's see. 2, 2, and 5. So these could be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places, numbers you're seeing, whatever it means to you. All right. So Leo, that was your reading. I hope it helped you and gave you some clarity. If it did, please give a like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you check your other placements and make sure that you take care of yourself. You deserve rest. You deserve some peace. I mean, you are depicted by the Strength card, and a lot of times people lean on Leos too much. I'm just going to say it. They do. And you need to learn how to tell people no. Deal with their own stuff. Because it's getting to the point, just with the feeling that I'm feeling right now, with a lot of you guys, it's getting to the point of almost feeling like advantage is being taken. Like taking advantage of your kindness and your generosity. Which is something you guys don't get enough credit for. And I'm just saying that right now. But anyway, before I go, I'm getting upset. So, thank you guys for being here and watching. Make sure you check your other placements, and I'll see you there. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Virgo. Happy birthday, guys. I hope you guys are having a great time. Even with all these planets in retrograde. I hope you guys are having an awesome birthday and an awesome Virgo season. And like I've said in the other piles too, make sure you check your other placements though, especially with these planets being in retrograde. Like, let's start with these little quotes. Get some advice. Starting on a positive note. It says, date someone who is home and adventure all at once. And be honest about what you want, what you need, what you feel, and who you are. Yeah, just be open and honest about what you want. what you want in a partner. It doesn't always have to be standard stuff, you know. We have these checklists and these expectations for everything, and a lot of them are put on us by other people, not even ourselves. And we think we have to tick, well, this is what people expect, but you just let that go. It's a lot easier. No one is perfect. But you also, on the other hand, you need to know what you want. And trust just wanted to pop out, but it went back in. So what I have to say to that is you need to trust yourself to know what it is that you do actually want and need. You could be getting conflicting ideas, and I'm really getting that there's other people in your ear. And it's saying that you need to trust your own intuition and your own knowing about these things. Because everybody has an opinion. And yours is the only one that matters, especially when it comes to your life and who you're going to date. If that's what we're talking about here. And we got love yourself. And love yourself enough to know and to do what you think is right. And make your own decisions. Nobody can live our lives but us. Even though some people want to. And you got the Lover's card. I'm telling you. I think this is going to be a love reading. You can check your other spots. Like I said, check your other spots for other things that are going on that you want to know about. But this one right here feels like a love reading to me. And it feels like a love partnership and also loving yourself. Enough to know if that's good for you and what you should do in regards to that. Yeah. You could be talking to somebody at a distance. I just got to throw that out there. There could be somebody long distance that you're trying to connect with, or things have been distant up until this point. There could be little to no communication. And if there is, it's not really about feelings. And either you, yourself, or somebody else is trying to sabotage this. I think that you do have somebody in your ear. Like if you're like, oh man, I really like this person. They're like, but they live like 4 hours away. Are you going to drive 4 hours every day? You want to see them and blah, blah, blah. You know, it feels like that kind of stuff to me. Like just being negative. But like I said, it's going to be you driving. It ain't them driving. Why do they care? You know what I mean? Like that's what this is. That's what this feels like. And also we have Gemini here with the Lover's card. Before I forget to say the sign. Because somebody is in your ear trying to sabotage things, and it's going to make you second guess yourself and second guess what it is that you want. Good news is I think you're going to get through that though. You're going to see this for what it actually is. And I don't know if this person that you're talking to, like that's talking to you about saying negative things and all that, I don't exactly know if they're being malicious or if they're just thinking that they're helping. Because a lot of times people will do that. They think that they're helping and they're not. They're actually adding more stress. Because you have somebody, and there's somebody here that is interested in you. I just don't think that there's very much happening yet. Maybe they're going to send you a message on your birthday and be like, happy birthday, and try to open up that line of communication. Maybe send you flowers or something for your birthday. Oh, yeah. And this is Ace of Pentacles. It's Ace of Earth, but that's Ace of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So there you guys are. You are getting an offer for unity, and it says transcendence here. Freedom leap, opportunities. I don't know, I have to see if Uranus is in retrograde. Yep, it's one of the ones in retrograde too. So check your Uranus, whatever, however you say it. I seriously don't know. I hear it pronounced so many different ways because I think some people just don't want to say Uranus. But check your sign for that to know what this is about. Get more clarity on that. Yep. There is an emotional offer coming. We got Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Could be a water sign, but this is a general reading. They could have a heavy water placement, but whether or not, they're coming in with emotion, and you're going to have to make a decision about it. Make sure that you don't self-sabotage. Really keep an eye out for self-sabotaging behaviors. And make sure you don't fall back into those patterns. And be open to it. You're going to have to kind of operate from a emotional place. You're going to have to tap into that, like if you have a water sign in your chart, you're going to have to kind of tap into that a little bit, because you're going to try to get caught up in swords and earth. I mean, you're an earth sign, so that's what you're going to get caught up in, the logic of it, because this person that actually is talking, that might be you. For some of you guys, I think some of you guys it is another person, but for some of you guys that is you trying to talk yourself out of a good thing. Just staying stuck in the same old loop and not moving forward, and it's like staying stuck in the same loop, but you're not going anywhere. Like the wheel ain't going, and you're going around in circles, but it's like the opposite direction, like the wrong direction. That's what it feels like to me. Like it's not like you're stagnant, because I don't think you're just, stagnant, but I think that you're just not moving forward. I don't know. That's weird. I think that you are really going to try to approach this from a logical place, and you might actually want to say something that you wouldn't normally say, or might be deemed as kind of harsh. Especially with Mercury in retrograde, make sure you think before you speak. Because the things that you say could totally ruin a good thing. Because you have commitment here. You do have a stable offer. This is stability. Whether or not they present that on the surface and come, forward with that first thing, I don't know. But underneath, that's what they want to offer. That's what they want here. You got somebody serious, even if you think that they're not, or even if they try to come across, because a lot of people, they do not make the right first impression. I mean, I'm guilty of that too. Some of us are just people you have to get to know a little bit. And I kind of feel like this person might be that way. So, what did this one say? So they might be different from your usual type. And I'm feeling like you don't get hung up on that. I feel like some of you guys are going to want to get hung up on that. But it feels like to me that this person does have good intentions. At least from the energy that I'm getting from them. And I'm going to... pull you guys some other cards. Because as soon as I started talking about that, I've started having problems with my voice. So it says to me that they probably have problems communicating, and that they might not always come off the right way. And especially, like I'm going to say again, Mercury in retrograde, that's a thing. So if they come off wrong, don't just snap back real quick. Don't just clap right back at them. They probably didn't mean it. Now, if somebody says something out of line and they need to be called out for it, that's another thing. But yeah, I think some of you guys are going to have to travel to see this person. You might meet this person while you're out traveling. And then we have open up your heart. It will help you attract more love. And that's part of loving yourself too. Once you start giving yourself that self-love, then it opens you up for other people to love you. And then we have here, caution, find out more information, don't overwork yourself. And find out more information before you make split judgments about this person. Don't just judge this person right off the bat. Actually find out who they are. Because you could miss out on a good thing by misjudging somebody. Alright, now, or no, I'm going to get these first. Okay. Go ahead and ask a yes or no question and we're going to get your answer. Yes, when you're ready. So you might not be exactly ready yet. I mean, that's what that self-love is, or that love yourself. It's something you need to focus on too. All right. Let's see what sign you could be dealing with. Okay, we have Sagittarius, Aries, oops, Capricorn, Pisces, and we did have a lot of water and a lot of earth, I will say that. And Cancer, yeah. Water and earth was heavily represented in this reading. Alright, let's get your numbers. Okay, you have 14, 11, and 10, and that's 1, 2, and 5. So those could be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places, numbers you're seeing. Just keep an eye out for it, whatever it means to you. And these readings are a little bit shorter, so make sure you check your other placements too, especially if you're wanting to get more information in other aspects. But I hope it helped you and gave you some clarity. If it did, please like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have an amazing birthday season. And I hope I see you next time. Bye. Hi, Libra. Let's go ahead and check out what's going on with you in this retrograde where we have 1,000 planets in retrograde. I also wanted to say that make sure you check your other placements. Like if you're here for more of love stuff, check your Venus placement. Like if you want to know how Mercury in retrograde is going to affect you, check your Mercury placement. That kind of thing, you know. To give you more of a better idea. Because sun signs just overall, if you want to get down to details, checking those individual placements can really help. Especially in like a general collective reading. But let's go ahead and get these. They're just little like advice quotes. Start off on a positive note. And it says, I don't hate you. I've just lost all respect for you and have nothing to say to you anymore. I think you guys have cut somebody off. You've lost respect for somebody. And it's to that point where it's like, I don't have nothing to say to you anymore. And that's how you know it's real. When you don't even want to fight anymore, that's how you know it's real. That's how you know when you're done. When you don't even want to stick around to fight. Attraction. For a select few of you guys, you could have gotten into a situation based on attraction. But other than that, I feel like you guys are attracting things that you want. That's at least what you're working towards, is attracting the things that you want into your life. That's the goal. Exactly. Some people might not like recommend a bunch of manifestation during retrogrades and stuff, but I'm not one of those people. If you feel like the need that you need to manifest, do it. Especially, we just had this super blue moon. And everything was in retrograde. You know what I mean? Like, there's always... How do I say that? There's always stuff that you can do. There's always stuff that's working for you. Not just stuff working against you. There's also stuff working for you. Because you're focused on what you have. Because you have a lot to offer here. And that's what's got you in this power position. Because you realize that you do have a lot to offer. And you're focused on attracting what you want. And this is Aries, Virgo, and Gemini. Say that before I forget. Here pretty soon, you're going to feel like you are actually in a place to be able to take risk. To do things that you love or something that you feel passionate about, whether that be a person or a job, a situation, whatever, because you're going to be gaining the strength to be able to be in a spot where you can take that risk. saying look out for that. You have these three wanting to come out together. Usually when good things happen, it doesn't come without some bad things too. You know, you got to take the good with the bad. This person here we're talking about could have been sneaky, and it could have hurt. You know, that hurts. When you find out things, when you trust people and you find out things, that hurts. But you can't stay in that. It's like you're finding the silver lining here. Just because something didn't work out doesn't mean... well, usually when something doesn't work out, it's because that there's something better. And I think that's exactly what you're realizing, to be honest. Because you're moving on. Because see, down here, there's all thunder and lightning. And then up here in the sky, there's birds flying. Moving on to better things. And sun shining. Sun right there. But you're getting over this mountain. And there's nothing wrong with... And I've said this over and over. There's nothing wrong with feeling sad. There's nothing wrong with feeling like regret. I know a lot of times when things happen and we're like, man, I wasted so much time. And I feel so dumb for, you know, trusting this person and all that stuff. We get caught up in that. And you've got to take it as a lesson. Like you might have stayed in something for 10 years. But you didn't stay in it for that 10 years in one day. You know what I mean? It's kind of that thing. You've got to find the silver lining. Okay. Because I do believe that you are finding out the truth about something. Something is being expressed to you. You've been through some conflict. But it's causing a transformation in time. And I'm just saying right here, no time is wasted time when you learn something from it. I just felt like saying that, you know, what I was saying before. At least it's not that 10 years in one day. And let me see. We got Pluto here. Let me see if that's one of the planets that's in... Yep, it's one of the planets that's in retrograde. So make sure you check your Pluto placement because you might get more information about this transformation through that. So whatever sign is in your Pluto placement, go ahead and check that for more information. Yeah, because it feels like things are moving kind of slow. And everybody talks about the Knight of Pentacles, like, oh, it's slow, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's true. That is true. But the Knight of Pentacles is going to get there. Even if you feel like you're not progressing at the rate that you want to, it's still stable enough that you're going to get there. You're going to get to the end. You're going to get to where you need to go, where you need to be. Remember, the Knight of Pentacles is the reliable one. Yeah, some of you guys, you have gone through a separation or you're just cutting somebody off. And this could be more of that. You feel like things have moved too slow. You took too much time. Be wary of people trying to keep an eye on your social media. every time the Page of Swords comes out in the reverse, I always have to give that advice, because more times than not, it's because you've got lurkers trying to find out what you're doing to start drama. So just, you know, a warning, a heed of a warning there for that. And this has been so draining. Like, you feel so emotionally drained from all of this, because to tell you the truth, I don't think that people had the best interest in whoever this is that's doing the spying, maybe too. They don't have the best interest either. And I got to cover this card. Here, hold on. They're wanting to fight. And you're not interested in that. You're like, go fight with yourself. Go over there and fight with yourself, because I'm not interested in it. Yeah. And also, be mindful of people that are going to try to put on a front about caring and they really don't. Whenever the King of Cups comes out in the reverse, that is almost one of the first things that I think of, is someone who acts like they care but they really don't. So be mindful of that. But I also think that you might have to disconnect from your feelings a little bit in regards to this whole situation. I think you're going to have to not care for a little bit to focus on yourself, because you've got healing coming in once you take a step back and do some reflecting and withdraw yourself from this whole thing going on here. You have to withdraw yourself in order for the healing to happen. You have to withdraw. What is that one saying? Something like, you can't heal in the place where you were hurt or whatever. That's what this is reminding me of. Like, you have to get to that point where you're like, enough is enough. I gotta figure me out. I gotta figure this out. I gotta heal myself. And that is going to happen. But you've got to disconnect. And try not to show anything. I love these cards, but some of them are very explicit. So I have to kind of hide them. And I don't want to cover them up. Like a lot of my other ones, I cover up with stickers and stuff, but I love the artwork on that so much. Because that I don't want to. Because the artwork on those cards in particular really say something to me, you know? Alright. And we're keeping these ones more brief. So make sure you check your other placements for more in depth. And I kind of feel like a broken record saying that, but gotta throw that out there. Alright. Go ahead and ask a yes or no question, and I'm going to get your answer. Not a chance, and the answer is negative. So you got 2 no cards coming out there. Alright. Let's see what signs you could be dealing with. Okay, you have no Virgo. Every time it's upside down for some reason I do that. Aries, Taurus again, a lot of earth energy, Gemini, Pisces, let's get one more, and Aquarius. All right, let's get your numbers. Okay, you got 3, 9, and 2. These can be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places, just numbers you're seeing, whatever it means to you. Numbers you need to look out for. Whatever it is. But Libra, I hope that helped you and gave you some clarity. Take care of yourself and take the time that you need to heal and do what you need to do for you. And check your other placements if you want to learn some more. But if you like the video, please give a like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Scorpio. Hope you guys are doing all right with all these planets in retrograde. No, it's like one's enough, let alone, there's like 6 of them, I think. We're going to go ahead and get started with these little advice quotes. Start off with something positive. Maybe it won't work out, but maybe seeing if it does will be the best adventure ever. So there's something to keep in mind. You might be trying to talk yourself out of something. Sometimes it is okay just to have a little bit of fun, you know? Yeah, playfulness. You need to be getting out and having a little bit of fun. You got justice. That's Libra energy. I kind of feel like you guys have been almost all work and no play. And you need to balance that out a little bit. Because you're going to get burnout. You're headed towards burnout here. I mean, working hard's a good thing. Being productive is a good thing. But people don't usually see the value in just having fun. You know what I mean? Like, we don't always have to be productive every ounce of the day. Like, every minute of the day. Use every ounce of energy we have to be productive. Sometimes it's okay to goof off. And just be playful. Well, okay, some of you guys, no, this might not be for everybody, but some of you guys are actually considering hooking up with somebody, and that could be what part of this is about. And I don't know, you can disagree with me or not, but I don't see the issue in, you know, casual stuff. As long as both people understand what it is, you know what I mean? So, if you're thinking about having a fling here, don't let people try to shame you for it. Because you never know. Like I'm saying, maybe it won't work out, but maybe seeing if it does will be the best adventure ever. Maybe it'll turn into something more stable. Sometimes that's how it works out too. But you won't know unless you try it. Yeah. Going out, having fun, getting to know people could turn into a really strong friendship or even potentially like a relationship. But that can't happen if you're 100% business all the time and you're not getting out there and talking to people or even giving people the time of day. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to open up and get out there. Because you have stuff coming in. If you're invited out, really consider that. Consider going out, getting out, doing stuff. And not only that, but being open. Not being so closed off and locked up. Because it does seem to me like you have done some healing. And now it's time to reap some of those rewards for all the work that you have done. But there's still some kind of fears here. Like you're limiting yourself, thinking maybe possibly, you know, am I going to get hurt again? That kind of stuff. Like this is really giving me energy of, I'm never going to date again. I'm just only going to make money, and I'm never going to have anything to do with anybody. I'm just going to be a nun, and you know, that's what this feels. This is the energy it feels like to me. Like I'm never going to give anybody else the time of day. I'm never falling in love. I'm just going to work, work, work. Like I said, you know, and making money, working, that ain't bad, but it's not everything. You need connections with people too. Yes. You need connections with other people. Material's great. So are bonds with other people. And like I've said before, and here, right when like I said, I can't remember which sign it was, but, you know, we can't take the material things from this world into the next. The only things that we can take into the next is the lessons we've learned and the bonds we've made with other people. All of the things that we've like materially achieved here stays here. Our house stays here. Our car stays here. Like our clothes and all that, like the stuff you work for, you know. All of that stays here. It does not come with us. But the people that we make strong bonds with, the soul family we have, they follow us into the next. And, you know, it's like our souls, we learn the lessons and we take those lessons with us. And you need to kind of put a little bit more emphasis and importance on that. And like I said, receive and open. And I said, you need to be a little bit more open. Don't lock yourself up so much. And like I was talking to in Leo's reading about, you know, how their stereotype is and how it's really not true. And the same thing is with Scorpio. And I know that firsthand because I have a lot of Scorpio placements. And for some reason, like, we get that cold, kind of, people perceive us as like closed off and cold, but that is not the case at all. Scorpios are extremely, extremely emotionally deep. And a lot of times people that's why we have to be a little bit closed off, is because we are so emotionally deep and intense. And because my moon is in Scorpio, I feel Scorpio to the core. That is my emotions. So there's a reason for that, and I understand that. I understand the closed off, like having to close that down sometimes to protect yourself. But we can't stay there. Do you know what I mean? Like, there does come a time when we do have to open up. You can't always protect yourself. You can't always stay in that guarded, protective energy. You have to open up a little bit. Or else you're just going to be alone, guarded in your little in a little cage, you know? And that's a hard lesson to learn. And it's like I always say, vulnerability is taken as weakness so much. But truly being vulnerable is one of the strongest things that you can do. It's one of the most fearless. Being vulnerable is one of the most fearless things we can do. And once you realize that, you level up and you move on into where you need to be, the cycles that you need to be in. Things start happening because that wheel starts turning and things start happening for you. Because there is new opportunities coming in, and the thing is that it seems like once you emotionally open up, you're so focused on like financial. But once you emotionally open up, the financial comes in. You start getting more financial opportunities too, once you open up emotionally. Yep. I love this freaking card. I just gotta show you guys this. Look at that. This is probably one of my favorite High Priestess cards. Look at that cat. Side note. This is a lesson that you need to learn. You're learning one of your... I believe that a lot of you guys are learning actually one of your soul lessons right now, and that's one of them. You're on that path. See, look at this. This right here screams to me... This card in particular screams to me, money ain't everything. Because here we've got people down here, looks like, I don't know, some poor people or whatever, and then this lady's coming and just like tossing some stuff, which is kind of the original artwork for this card. And the original Rider-Waite is a guy giving some coins to people. But up here we have this lady holding a bunch of $100 bills, and then this piggy bank, and it says new boobs on it. I mean, you have goals. There's no issue with that. That is not a bad thing to have material goals. But it's not, like I said, it's not everything. Because here she has a smile on her face. Like she's happy. She's happy about, what she's been able to achieve. But look there. There's like a hole in her head. Because there's more than just that. Like you have to mentally expand. And that's the lessons you gotta learn. That's what that means. Because then there's flowers coming out of there, Yeah. I see you guys really getting some power. When you figure, like when you balance this out. Because I think you've already figured it out. I don't want to say that because I think you already know. Especially with this High Priestess here. Like, you've already figured this out. You already know this. But once you get that balance going, I think you guys are going to be, like, running the show. Like, this is lesson learned to me. See, it's just repeat, repeat, repeat. And I mean, just look at this art depiction here. It's just a bunch of women with hollow eyes and barcodes on their foreheads. I mean, what does that say to you? And this is work too. And look at her. You will... Now, if you're concerned that you're not going to get recognized for the hard work that you do, I don't think that's the case. I think you do get recognized for the hard work that you do. Matter of fact, I think there might be some people that get jealous because of that. because eyes are on you. All right, let's pull one more card because I think we're getting kind of a repeated message. You're about to get noticed for real. And I think it's in more way than one. I think you will get noticed in a work environment, but I think you are going to get noticed in a more like romantic or friendship type too. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting work in order. And you've got completion here as well. You've been carrying too much stuff here lately that you need to just, well, I don't know. Because I was going to say let go. Let go of it. But to me, it is almost feeling like, I don't know, I'm getting another card on that because I'm getting two different things. Okay. All right. This is more about balancing it out. Why we have the Ten of Wands here and the Ten of Swords, clarified by the Nine of Swords, is you have to learn when to let go of stuff and when to keep pushing through. Stressing out about it ain't going to help. It's actually going to be more of a detriment to you. Somebody else got that, something similar to that too, but I can't remember what sign it was. These are all retrograde readings, so in ways they're going to be kind of similar. But, yeah, learning when to let go of stuff and when to keep going. And, I mean, your overall energy card, that's exactly what that's about. Actually, I want to pull one of these for you guys. Or one, I always say one, but actually, you know what? No, I don't. I want to pull one of these. Right when I got those out, my eyes darted over to these. Okay. Hagstone protection. And you know what's so funny is I actually got mine on right now, and I charged it underneath the supermoon, but I've actually got mine on right now. That's awesome. Knowledge and birth. You are being protected right now. I feel like there is a level of uneasiness to you where you're not really seeing, like, you're scared about getting hurt. But they're wanting you to know that you do have protection. Like, you are being watched over. And you're gaining the knowledge that you need. That's what this is. It's not a bad thing. It's not being punished. It's gaining the knowledge. You're not being punished. You're gaining the knowledge for a rebirth. For something new to come along that's going to be good. I knew there was a reason why I wanted to pull these cards. But this is exactly the play out here. Right in order. All right. So go ahead and ask a yes or no question, and I'm going to get your answer. Well, if I can get these cards to come out of here. Come on now. There we go. Okay, we got maybe and accept your fate. What is going... You have a choice to make. What you do is going to accept what happened, or is going to affect what happens. You've got some choices to make here. And your choices are going to determine whether you're going to do this the easy way or the hard way. Keep that in mind. Because you've got some spiritual stuff going on. You're learning some spiritual lessons. Stuff on a deep level here. Okay. Now let's see what signs you could be dealing with. Okay, we got Leo. And I just talked about Leo. Aquarius. A lot of fixed energy. Taurus. Yep, right when I say now, we got everybody. All the fixed signs are here. Virgo. We're in Virgo season right now, so you could be learning this now. Cancer. And let's get one more. Aries. And that could be telling you to tap into your Aries energy. If you have Aries in your chart, tap into that Aries energy to help you with this whole situation. Okay, we got 10, 17, and 11, and that's 1, 2, and 8. So this could be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places, numbers you're seeing, whatever it is to you. You need to tap into the fire energy that you have in your chart right now. That's what I'm getting. But Scorpio, I hope this reading helped you and gave you some clarity. If it did, please like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you so much for being here. And make sure you check your other placements to get kind of a better understanding of what's going on, especially if this didn't exactly resonate with you. But it helps to give some clarity, you know. But thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Sagittarius. Today we're going to be checking out what you can expect from all these retrogrades. I hope everything's going good for you. We're going to go ahead and get started with these advice quotes. You know, just get started with something positive. You guys always seem to have a way to bring the positivity. Whoa. All right. All right, this is the one that flipped back out and wanted to stay. Okay, the right one will never use your weaknesses against you. And also that one was upright or flipped over too, so I'm going to take it. It says, go where your energy is reciprocated, celebrated, and appreciated. You had somebody here that did not appreciate you the way that they needed to. And you don't need to put up with all that. Let's get some more information. Ooh. You either could have been engaged to this person, or there was some level of commitment. Now, this also could have been somebody that promised a deeper level of commitment but didn't follow through. Didn't give you that. And that's more so what I'm getting here. It was a bunch of empty promises. Like they said one thing just to get what they want, almost. You know what I mean? Like, just to appease you. But you're looking good. I mean, you're gonna heal from this. I think you're already in the process of doing that. You're realizing this. I think you're already on. I think that this is past. I think you're already on your way to your healing. And because you know, whoever is for you is going to realize how amazing you are. And they're going to want to put in just as much as you do. You're not going to have to beg this person. You're not going to have to ask them to act right. Whoever's for you, you're not going to have to do that. But yeah, you've had some kind of ending with someone. I feel like you have cut somebody off. You realize their ways. It was rough. It was bad. But you're like, I'm not staying in this energy because I am the star. I'm getting over this. On to other things. Getting over the mountain. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and downplay how hard this feels. How bad this hurt feels. How rough this was. This took some work. But it looks like you're getting to that point where you're ready to start receiving. Getting what you want. Getting what you deserve. Fate, detours, divine intervention. And that's one thing that I think needs to be talked about more. When there's big heartache, usually it is divine intervention, and it's something that we did have to learn a lesson from. It is part of what we had to go through. And it's just a detour. This is not your path that you need to stay on. It was a detour. Like right here. I'm just getting that. Like you're finding your path. Like you're not down here. You're going up here. What I just heard in my head with that is like this other person is going to learn that they they're going to learn that they played themselves. You lost out on a good thing, pal. And I'm telling you, in the back of your mind, you are kind of wondering if they feel bad for what they did. And if they realized. But you got the courage to change. And I think they are going to come back trying to apologize. And ultimately, it is going to be up to you whether or not you want to forgive this person. But other than that, I feel like you almost feel like you have to apologize to yourself and forgive yourself for putting yourself in this position. But like I said before, that was part of it was part of the detour. Don't beat yourself up over that. And you had to completely detach and almost become cold to be able to get through this. But yeah. You're sparking up some new stuff. I feel like you do have some kind of new passion coming in that's really gonna... Well, you know what? I'm just seeing that, and that's reminding me of that. You've got a new... the divine intervention. That's what that is. The divine has put a new spark in you. And I mean, you are a fire sign, so use that to your advantage. It's naturally there within you. That passion, that fire, that's naturally there. You got that naturally. Because see, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, there you are. Stuff's starting new for you. But please don't beat yourself up over past mistakes. If that's you and that's not somebody else trying to come in with apology, if that's you, if that's your energy, don't do that. Because you had to learn it. It was part of your learning. By doing this, you actually got yourself out, I think, of a toxic cycle, of a cycle that you would have stayed in. You actually did get yourself out of it. And that is enough to be proud and to not beat yourself up about. Getting out of cycles, that's a hard thing to do. And that is something that you don't need to beat yourself up over. Because you are going to heal yourself. You're taking all these arrows are in the regular art depiction of the tarot. It's swords. You're taking all of those out of your own back and you're healing. And that's what you need to focus on. And I'm just putting this out there for some of you guys. This person could have caught you up in a third party, or you kind of feel like they were giving to other people more than you. Even if it wasn't romantic, you feel like that they were giving to other people more than you. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be either calling some people up or they're going to be calling you up, and you're going to be having fun. You're going to say F it. You're going to call up your friends, do what you need to do. Maybe they're going to spark up this fire in you. No. I'm getting new interest. Yeah, you're going to say F the drama. I'm getting new interest here. You're going to be introduced to something that is going to be like a new hobby or something that's really going... You could even turn it into monetary stuff, really. You could be finding something that you're good at. Being introduced to something you're like, man, I didn't even know I could do this. Yeah. I'm just going to tell you this right now. Y'all are looking good. You guys, you're looking good and you're going to start feeling good too. But I honestly think that the outside is going to start, it's going to happen first. And you guys are going to start really looking good. And then the inside's going to get good too. Because you might get some people's attention. Yeah, I think you're going to get some people's attention. Because you got two kings here. You got a King of Wands and a King of Pentacles. You're going to be getting some offers coming in, I think. Yep. I think I might. I do not want to put stickers on those cards, but I think I might actually have to put sticker on at least that one. I'm about to just not put it out. Like, have it upside down or something. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put it upside down. Because it's fine. Like, when I'm reading for people, like, privately, I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. It's just online. It's like... I'm always scared, you know. There's going to be kids watching and... all that. So, which I don't think kids should be watching tarot, and I honestly don't understand why they would want to. To be honest with you, like, I don't know how that would appeal, how this would appeal to them at all, but kids are going to do what they want to do, you know. But actually, you know what? Let me see. I want to get you guys these cards. Sorry, I kind of went off on a little tangent, but I don't want to have to alter all my dang cards, you know. Some of the art is awesome. Like, naked people don't offend me. So I don't want kids seeing it. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, I do think somebody's going to be reaching out. For some of you guys, it is this other person, or it is this person that you've dealt with. They're going to be trying to reach out with an apology. Other people, I do think that you're going to be attracting new people. Yeah, you're wanting to attract your life partner. You're like, I'm tired of the dating scene. I'm tired of being out there dating just a bunch of people. I want my life partner. You or this person's love language could be acts of service. That could be how they try to get your attention. And it could be workplace. All right. So, go ahead and ask a yes or no question, and we're going to get your answer. This says try again. And what I'm getting from that is that you do need to try again and get back out there. Don't let the past, learn from past experience, most definitely. But don't let that define what you do, like, hold you back is what I mean. You know, don't let that hold you back. Like, learn from it, but don't let it hold you back. Let's see what signs you could be dealing with. We got Scorpio, Libra, Pisces, Sagittarius, Libra again, heavy Libra, and Taurus. And I'm going to roll off the desk. Okay, let's get your numbers. We have 2, 4, or that was 2. It's flipped to 12 now, but 2, 4, and 11, which reduces to 2. So those could be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places, numbers you're seeing, however that is to you. Keep an eye out for it. Well, Sagittarius, that was your reading. I hope it helped you and gave you some clarity. If it did, please give a like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. And make sure you check your other placements, especially if, like, you're wanting to know about romance. Check your Venus sign. And you can check is going to affect you. So say, like, your Mercury sign. Check that to see how that's going to affect communication. All that kind of stuff. But thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Capricorn. We're going to be looking at how all these planets in retrograde are affecting you and what you can do. More so advice. We're actually going to get started with some quotes, like advice quotes is what I meant to say. Start off with something positive, you know. And make sure you check your other placements. I want to try to keep these short. So, I'm not going to go too in depth. And, like, if you want to know how Mercury in retrograde is going to affect you. Look at your Mercury sign and all that stuff, you know, to get a better picture of what's going on. But you got let your past guide you, not decide you. And I actually just said that to Sagittarius. So that's coming out for you guys too. I feel like that is a huge thing that's going on in these retrogrades. It's like our past is trying to hold us back. That's a huge theme, it seems like. But if you got Sagittarius placement, maybe check that out. Because I literally just said that. Well, not exactly in these words, but just the same thing, you know? Oh, and I forgot to take this down. Oops. I do that like every single time. Okay. Well, you got some soul family stuff going on. And remember, that can be more than just romantic. That could be friends, family, people in your life. And I'm also getting that you not letting your past decide everything that you do and hold you back is actually going to help your soul family as a collective and as a whole. It's almost like you rising up is going to inspire other people to rise up with you. Okay, you've got the moon, that's Pisces energy, and we actually just had that full supermoon, that full blue supermoon in Pisces. So I think that you guys were affected by this last moon more than you realize, and that energy is going to kind of follow you in, and I would use that to your advantage. This full moon now going into the new moon, I would take advantage of that energy. But also, this is like things hidden, things secret. But I'm getting more so the moon energy off of that, like the actual moon cycles. What is that one quote? Oh my God. Let me find it, because that's exactly what I'm thinking with that. That's why that's standing out to me so much. But I have to find this because I will butcher what it actually says. Here it is. You're still whole no matter what phase you're in. That's what it said. Like the moon cycles. And it had like a picture of the moon phases. Like no matter where you're at, you're still whole. You're still you. You can still achieve what you need to. What you want. Yeah, I'm telling you. There's some kind of thing happening where luck is actually going to be turning in your favor. If you manifested during this moon, this last moon, I think that's really changing stuff for you. I see you guys opening up to someone, or someone opening up to you, and it's almost a healing energy. Like it's getting stuff off your chest. There's some very authentic and stable communication coming in. And it almost seems bittersweet in a way, but it is very eye-opening. And some of you guys, it could be very eye-opening, and it can be kind of like a drastic change. It can change the way that you see something, the actions you are going to take about something. It could change your whole trajectory. Let's see. Because you're going to see something completely different than what you did before. Remember awakening. And it's like that, you know, like remember the past, remember what it taught you, because it is part of your awakening. It is part of what you need to grow. And you have separation and longing. I feel like you have been in separation from somebody, or you just haven't been talking to them. It almost feels like somebody here is kind of in a hermit energy. You're kind of to yourself. In present abundance and gratitude. And this is just telling you, you know, stay in the present more. Don't be looking at the past for everything. You got to be in the present. The here and the now needs you. And you need to practice self-care. If you're not practicing self-care, I think you need to really focus on that right now, because for one, you deserve it. And two, I think it's going to be extremely helpful and valuable to you. Some of you guys need to clear some energy out. You're carrying energy around. You're carrying baggage around with you. And you need to do some energy clearing. I'm feeling like some of you guys are longing for this person, but it's telling me that it was a separation for a reason, and that your feelings are valid. Missing someone, no matter how terrible someone acted, it's legit to miss the good times, but don't stay in that and sabotage stuff over that. You know? A lot of you guys, I'm just going to be honest, I think a lot of you guys are manifesting money. This could also be a person. I mean, it could be an earth sign. And you're an earth sign, but I really think that that's more money than anything, because I think you're actually in manifesting this Emperor after heartbreak. So getting some money, opportunity, getting out there, starting something new after heartbreak, and then you got an Emperor. God is feeling like, don't be afraid of risk. Don't shut yourself away. Get out there. Yeah, get out there. Do what you want to do. Don't hold yourself back. Because once you're going, it's gone here with these two. It's like, hold on tight. Because you've got a stable offer coming in here. Now, I just got to throw this out here, especially with this. It says this is ego. It says egotism. And that's the medicine this guy's taking is ego. Somebody here could come off to you as egotistical. And that might be how you know who we're talking about. Now, this person could be an Aries or they could be a Taurus. And you could meet them in the workplace. Okay. You got somebody else here that you are going to get interested in. This person is hot. I'm not going to lie. They look good. And not only that, but it seems like they are pretty stable. They do need an ego check. They could possibly have recently gone through an ego death, or maybe that's what they need to do. That's what they need to figure out. They're looking good, though. I'm not going to lie about that. That's how you're going to know who that person is. You're like, they look good and they know it. And that, that makes me not want to tell them how good they look. Alright, we're going to get yes or no questions. So go ahead and ask your question, and I'm going to get your answer. There we go. It could be whatever you're asking about is possible. If you just do it, things work out. Possible. What you want to do about it? That's what that feels like to me. Alright. Let's see what signs you could be dealing with. We have Pisces, and we have Pisces with that moon card too. Scorpio. Oh crap. Scorpio want to jump off the table. Taurus, and we had Taurus with the Hierophant. Like I said, I felt strong Aries and Taurus. Pisces again, and Pisces. Cancer, we had Cancer with that Chariot card. Taurus again. Virgo. And Leo. Tons of earth energy. Alright, let's get your numbers. Okay, we have 9, 5, and 8. So these could be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places, numbers you're seeing. It's whatever it is to you. Take it how it is. But Capricorn, that was your reading. I hope it helped you and gave you some clarity. It looks like you got some good stuff coming in. And I'm glad to see it. But if you liked the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. Make sure you check your other placements, especially if you're interested in other aspects. But thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi Aquarius, let's see how all these planets and retrogrades affecting you. I mean, we have enough. One's bad, 6 is too many. And remember to check your other placements. Like if you want to know about love, then check Venus. If you want to know about Mercury, check your Mercury sign. And it's almost like I can't even say that, which shows how Mercury in retrograde is affecting me. So terrific. You deserve someone who thinks you're too important to lose. So you could be dealing with somebody that you think doesn't value you the way that they should. And I'm just going to tell you, if you're feeling that way, a lot of times that's completely legit. But you do have new romance coming in. I think you might actually be on the look for somebody that feels like this. Like they see the value in you. That's what you're looking for. You're like, looks are great, you know, money's great, but are you going to value me? Wow, you got the Lovers and the Sun. That's Leo and Gemini. Yeah, you're looking for what makes you happy. You're on the look, you know, you might have used to have a long checklist of like what you expected in a partner. And it looks like you've prioritized that a little bit, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having your standards. That's a good thing. But how they value you, how they treat you is at the top of the list now. Woo. Yeah. You got somebody trying to make a move. I actually, for a lot of you guys, I do feel like somebody is wondering how they're going to make their move towards you. They're coming up with the plan. Now, this could be vice versa, and I just want to say that because there might be somebody here that's caught your eye, and you're thinking about how to approach them. Guide the way. And I gotta always say, with this card, a lot of times that does mean distance, especially with the compass coming out. So this person could live at a distance, and that's what you're trying to figure out, but you feel like you're being guided towards them. And they feel like they're lucky to have met you. Like, luck was on my side when I met you. That's kind of what I'm getting here. This is going to just be a straight up love reading, I think. Some of you guys might have been actually waiting for Venus to be out of retrograde to do anything about this. Is kind of what I'm getting for some of you. There might be an apology here that needs to be said, but like I said, somebody's watching. Somebody's planning something. Watching, inspecting, spying, figuring something out. That could be very well just be how to approach you. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be nefarious. Mercury, messages, travel, communication. And what did I say about that? Like, that's travel. Like, there could be traveling communication here. Now, I have to say, with Mercury, that isn't in retrograde. So, maybe check your Mercury placement to see how that is going to affect you. There is some emotions here. You guys do have somebody coming in that I think was scared, but they've gotten over it. This is also a planet that is in retrograde, so check Pluto too. Because there's some transformations going on, and I think this person has done some transforming, and it's gotten them out of this this fear they were in. And that could be why they're spying and trying to sneak, because they're scared about how you will respond to them. They're wanting to see if you're open to it. That's what that feels like to me. They've gotten the strength to come forward. This feels like somebody mustering up courage. Now, whether that's you or them, you'll know that, because it's going to be different for everybody. But somebody's gotten the courage to say something and come forward. Yeah, because the potential here is undeniable. Like, there could be some daydreaming going on, especially, let's just say, with this card, and there's some kissing, might be some fantasizing going on. You might have thought, like, how is this going to work? Especially if there's a distance. How is this going to work? How are we going to mesh? This person isn't like my original, like my usual type. They could be thinking about that too. And, hold on, I gotta get up. My leg is hurting. That's the bad thing. This is probably the last video I'm going to do on this desk in this position, because I cannot take sitting on the floor anymore. I'm way too dang old to sit on the floor. So I actually got a desk. So this is going to be the last time you probably see it like this. But anyway, I'm just saying you're going to hear me rustling around because I'm having to adjust. And hopefully I'm not too close to the mic and loud now. Oh well, I'm going to have to figure my stuff out. I've been sitting here a while. I'm hurting. Anyway, it's like, is this something that's going to be worth the effort? And I feel like that might have been a part of it too. You and this person is kind of wondering if it would be worth the effort to try this, and that's part of the fear and part of the strength. It's like, can I do this almost? But I think you guys are realizing that yes, it is in fact worth the effort. And this card I definitely can't show. I'm going to have to cover this whole card. Somebody definitely was wondering how this is going to affect them. And that ain't a bad thing. You know, you can't always just operate out of a level of emotion. You have to have the logic too. That's the balance that you have to find. But it almost seems like up until this point, and I know y'all are an air sign, and that's exactly what this is. Up until this point, it has been nothing but logic. But that emotion's been stirring up. Because you're wondering, you're like, I can't afford, this is just an example, this ain't necessarily what it has to be. I can't afford to move. Totally valid. Like, I'm not saying this ain't valid. It's totally. I can't afford to do this. I can't afford to do that. Yeah, true. But the feelings are still there. And you have to just make a choice. Make a decision, you know. What can I give up? What can I not give up? Here's more spying. I think you're both doing it. I think that's why this is coming out so much. I think you're both doing it. You're both watching each other. Yeah, it's taken a lot to get to this realization. Like, this is something y'all fought. Like, you're fighting it, like dragging your feet. Staying stuck. Using things that you can control to limit you. That's what this feels like. But that passion, though. That passion, though. Coming out of that Disconnect. Getting restless. Like, it's going to end up getting to the point where it's just, okay, here. It's going to end up getting to the point where it's just like, are we going to do this or not? We doing this? What are we doing here? I want this. You want this. What are we doing? Let's get some of these. Holiday, like I said, it feels like there's some kind of travel distance that's going on here. Unexpected connection. This could have totally come out of the blue, and that's why all this fear is here, because neither one of you guys were expecting it. Opposites attract. That could be another thing. Love language, quality time. Be the witness to each other's lives. It's just want to be there for each other. Want to be involved in each other's lives. And that's what I'm saying, like with the whole distance thing. Maybe you guys both have a hectic work schedule. Like y'all don't have to live, you know, far away. Like it could be work schedules, just things ain't adding up. That affects you a lot. Oops. Go ahead and ask a yes or no question. I'm going to get your answer. Yes. Well, that's straightforward. Straightforward, yes. Nothing else to really be said. Have fun, you guys. That's all I gotta say. Have fun. Alright, let's see what sign you could be dealing with. We have Capricorn, Sagittarius, Taurus, Cancer, Capricorn again, and Scorpio. Okay, let's get your numbers. 16, 2, and 4. And this breaks down to 7. So these can be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places, numbers you're seeing, just whatever it means to you. Keep an eye out for it. But Aquarius, this was your reading. I hope it helped you and gave you some clarity. If it did, please give a like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And remember to check your other placements, just to get more of an overall picture, to understand things. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pisces. We're going to be checking out how all these planets in retrogrades affecting you and what you can do. We're going to get advice. That's mainly what I'm trying to focus on here. But I am going to try to keep these kind of brief. So make sure you check out your other placements. Like if you want to know more about love, check your Venus. If you want to know how Mercury in retrograde is going to affect you, check your Mercury placement, that sort of thing. But we're going to go ahead and start with these advice quotes for a little bit of positivity. Alright. Toxic is when they can't let you go, but they can't treat you right either. Oh my God. Here, I forgot to take these down. Always do that. Boy, if that ain't true. That all comes down to control. That's totally a control thing. It's like they want to have control over you. That's all that is. Because you fuel something in them. You feed their ego. You do something for them. And this says forgiveness and healing. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to forgive this person. This could be about you forgiving yourself in some regard. Because I know, like, a lot of us, for some reason, when other people screw us over, we blame ourselves. So that could be what that is. But it's mainly just about you healing from the situation. I see that forgiveness is more kind of like a letting go. Because remember, you can forgive this person and not let them back into your life. And that's more of the energy that you're in. It's like I always say, like Lauren Conrad, when she said, I will forgive you and I will forget you. Yeah, that's what this reminds me of. Showing my age, I guess. Don't be surprised if this person tries to come back. I'm going to throw that back out there. If they're going to try to drudge up some old stuff and try to come back. This is also Scorpio energy, by the way, before I forget. Okay, you know what you did wrong, and they know what they did wrong. They are going to try to put blame on you just to get a reaction out of you. Don't pay them any mind. Pay them dirt, pay them dust. The people that matter know you. They know what you do. They know what you don't do. And everybody else, screw them. Who cares? This person is going to try to say things to other people to get to you. The advice I'm getting so far is to not engage with this person. Because it's not going to benefit you. Your job is to let go and heal. That should be your focus right now. Yep. Let them be someone else's problem. Because they're lost within themselves and there's nothing you can do about that. They're sneaking, trying to find ways to get at you. But you ended it. And then here you are. This to me is the moon, but mostly it's a high priestess. So that's why it's you. Go with your gut. Trust your instincts. I think that you already have, and I think that's why this is like this and you're on your way to healing, is because you have trusted your instincts so far when in regards to this. You trust your instincts to end things with this person. And I think that's what you needed to do. You've got new stuff coming. Now, always say with this, there could be kids involved. You guys could have kids together. But other than that, there are new things heading your way. And they could be acting childish and immature. But yeah, I think there are some risks that you're going to have to take in the future to get where you need to go and to be on your path. I think down here, up here is them, down here is you. You're going to be taking the right risk, and this don't have to do anything with this person, by the way. This is something else. You're using your intuition to guide you, to see what you need to do. Man, you've got so many better things coming for you. It's like on to bigger and better things. Now that you're not stuck on this carousel, on this wheel with this person, you're open to do what you actually want to do, what you need to do, and what's best for you. You are being guided, and that's what I'm saying, especially with this moon card. you are being guided, and you need to listen to your intuition now more than ever. Okay, we have masculine and Mars. You need to tap into your Mars energy and stand your ground. Let me see if Mars is one of the ones that's in retrograde. I don't think so. Okay, so just tap into Mars energy. And that's what this masculine is too. It's just Mars energy. Because you've been contemplating, you've been in thought, been kind of isolating, and that's not always a bad thing. Like, we need time to ourselves to straighten things out, you know? Because there is a rebirth coming, and it might be in the winter time. This could really be happening during the winter time. You're seeing things come to fruition, you're seeing things happen. Yeah, Two of Pentacles and the Hermit. You have to take some time to yourself. There's options that I think you do need to weigh right now. You're kind of going back and forth about some things, and you need time to yourself to figure those things out. It says I'm back. I really honestly do think this person's going to try to make a comeback. And they're going to try to come back sweet. But they're coming back. They're coming back playing sweet, but they're not offering anything stable. They're not offering anything real. It's basically like, I'm going to get, you know, I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to get you back in the place where I can control things. And then I'm going to start acting, flip the switch and act the way I used to. And you're not wanting the drama, and that's all they want to give is the drama. They could actually be trying to take money from you too. Now I've got to say that ain't going to be for everybody, but this person could actually, part of their motivation could be monetary. Maybe they don't have a place to stay. Maybe they, I mean, that happens. People like to, you know, use that as an extreme example, but that happens a lot more than people realize. Like, that's a pretty common occurrence a lot. Don't get back in this karmic wheel. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to stay. It's going to keep you in detriment. And it's going to keep you stuck. And it's just going to go back to that. It's going to go back to that whole thing where this person is not going to treat you right. They're going to say things that you don't deserve to hear and that aren't even true, just to hurt you. And then this here, we have the star card that's under here. Some of these cards I have to cover, but like that one. Your main focus right now should be on your healing. And also I'm getting here too. You might actually have to be cold with this person to get them to leave you alone. And that's like detached. If you absolutely have to communicate with them. Brief. To the point. Nothing else. It's kind of how it is. I mean, it's terrible. You know, we have to do that. It's terrible we have to act like that. Like, people can't just be adults, be mature. They got to act. Actually, you know, and I say that too. Like, people acting childish. Sometimes kids act better than adults. That's just for real. Sometimes kids are more mature than adults are. That's how it's feeling here. I'm telling you. It's almost like a insult to kids. Comparing them to that. All right. We're going to get you guys some of these unicorns because I think your main thing is healing. I do think that in the future you do have some good things coming in. I do see that. It says decide. It's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. And that Hermit and that Two of Pentacles is exactly what this is talking about. Finish what you started. You've started something important and now you need to complete it. Taking care of yourself. I mean, this could be anything. You know what this is, but it could be as simple as taking care of yourself. Laughter, you need a good laugh. Have some fun. Talk to people that make you happy. And it's okay to be different. You don't need to be like everyone else. You're perfect just the way you are. And this person could have actually put you down over some stuff, like some interest that you have, or just, you know, being toxic, saying terrible things, putting you down for things that you like or things that you do, you know. Things you don't have to deal with. You don't have to deal with all that. That person can go be miserable by themselves. Because they need to be by themselves. If that's how they want to act, then they need to go on and be by themselves. Alright. Go ahead and ask a yes or no question and we're going to get the answer. Not even a little bit. Pretty straightforward. Not even a modicum. Just a tiny little speck. Alright, let's see what signs you could be dealing with. Okay, we have Sagittarius, Pisces, who you guys are, Taurus, Scorpio, Gemini, and Leo. Alright. Now let's get your numbers. 8, 2, and 12, and that breaks down to 3. These could be life paths, synchronicities, dates, places, numbers you're seeing. It's numbers you need to keep an eye out for, maybe. So Pisces, that was your reading. I hope it helped you and gave you some clarity. I just want to tell you guys focus on yourself. Focus on your healing. You guys are worth so much more than all the bullshit that people want to put you all through. I mean, you guys, Pisces as a whole, y'all are so loving and forgiving, and people really take advantage of that. And just be mindful of that. When you're dealing with other people, be mindful of their motives. But make sure you check your other signs and other placements to get more of a full picture. And if you like the video, please give a like and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye!